There's a note. It's a message for me. See for yourself. They must have come here before they found me at the radio station. Alec, my keeper, and Kat, my sister. Me. His name was Miller. He was part of my assignment to retrieve Agnes. Not at first. When I found Agnes in Symphony Station, she would power on but barely speak. It didn't take long before I realized that her mainframe wasn't actually located there. Her primary data signal that feeds into the station is wireless, and I realized I'd have to track down the source to get her back to full capacity. But the buildings downtown were causing too much interference, and I wasn't able to triangulate the signal source. Not precisely, anyway. So I moved outside of downtown, tried again, and picked up a signal with a similar footprint coming from here. From him. Miller. God, I'm so sorry. I should have known that if I tracked you down, Kat would have been able to as well. I surveilled the shack from a distance, learning Miller's schedule and habits. No. The signal I followed here made it seem like he wasn't just relaying Agnes's signal, but manipulating it somehow, changing it. My plan was to ambush and restrain him, and then find out everything he knew about Agnes. One night, I took a position closer to the shack than I had before. I overheard him talking to her. They were having a conversation. When I first got to Symphony Station and tried to figure out how Agnes worked, she never sounded like that. I heard her. She was asking him to help her. Like she asked us. Like she asked me. I thought I could learn more information if I could ask her questions too. So I hid my weapons outside and approached the shack, unarmed. I told Miller I'd gotten lost in the woods and was starving. He fed me, gave me water, and introduced me to his radio friend. I spent 2 days here, talking with him, and Agnes too, when she felt well enough. When we couldn't reach her, we would talk. About anything, really. He was the first Outlander I'd ever met that I either hadn't been sent to kill, or who wasn't trying to kill me on sight. He didn't think I was stupid for being interested in old machines and terminals, for tinkering with them and trying to learn how they worked. On the third night, we were attacked by a raider unit. They kicked the door in and I reacted on instinct. I grabbed a screwdriver from Miller's workbench and killed them before any of them could fire a single shot. Miller was in shock, covered in blood. There's. He backed away towards the wall and kept asking me who I was. Who I really was. The way he looked at me, I knew then that, for his sake, I should just take what I'd learned about Agnes while I was here, go back to Symphony Station and finish the job. I never thought they would find him. No matter how many times I tried to tell myself that, it never... Thank you. The terminal on the desk over there should have what we're looking for. Hopefully this will just take a second. Damn it. Looks like they tried to delete everything. But I bet they didn't think of... I'm in. Copying data. And done. Alright, I think that's everything we'll need. Once we get the tower outside online, we can pick up Agnes' source signal, and that will lead us right to her mainframe. They were trying to leave in a hurry and didn't make it. No. No, no, no. This is what they did to her. This is all that's left. Agnes, I'm so sorry. I don't care what it takes. We are ending this. Damn it. Looks like the server was wiped.
Hope you're the one I meant it for.
Wait. That audio we recorded from the Agnes tower.
Broadcast this to,
Let's load the remote Agnes holotape into the server here. And then check the personal storage section.
For a man like me, they'd be right. But what happened here? What they done to that gal? People ought to know. Got to know. Sorry folks that run this place call themselves the Lattice Project. And they call this place the Alton Facility. Well, for now they call it that. It don't take a simple repairman like me to tell you this place is headed straight for the bottom of the ocean. Not that I don't pray it happens sooner than later. Box they shoved that gal's mind into, it ain't waterproof. So before you go blasting a hole in the wall, listen. If water pours in and reaches her mainframe, she's gonna feel it. Like a scorpion under the skull. So if you came here to make this right, then I'm afraid you're gonna have to go a long way round. Farther than I was able. Since you figured out how to get down here, I'm betting you'll figure out how to open the one door they went and locked on me. The one door you gotta open to give that girl her rightful, peaceful rest. The final build. And that's where you gotta go to end that poor gal's nightmare. And man, sorriest sin this side of hell. Agnes Holloway. That was her name, for all they tried to wipe it from the face of the earth. Don't go forgetting it now. Let her pass, mister. Let her rest. Well, I believe that's gonna just about do it for old Dixon. I won't say where I'm headed, or where to find me. But the place you're standing right now, well, that's damn sure where you want. Funny, him bringing me down here just to patch up the leaks in this place. Let it sink, I say, and drown them all.
Looks like they've really got the system locked down. We'll have to start looking around.
Jammed.
God. It's really true, then. This must have been where they pulled her mind out of her body. I don't understand how something like this could have happened. How is it possible? And why? Why do this to her in the first place? I understand that more than I'd like to. Let me just see if I can get what we came here for. Any data related to her core functions and how to access them should be located here. The man in the radio broadcast seems like he knew about what was going on here and how it was done. At this point, it's our best laid. Anyway, there's a lot to sort through. Come on, crew. There were 3 attempts before the sublimation procedure was successful. Before they were actually able to extract her. She must have suffered so much. Fucking bastards. In any case, with this data, I should be able to generate a usable decryption key, giving us full access to her source code and vital functions. This looks like the instruction sets they installed into her after the sublimation. Call and response modalities, topic forms, storage instructions. Wait, what is this? There's another instruction set. Latent functions. These are completely different, nested within the rest. Hidden. These look like broadcast frequencies, different from her radio station. Ultrasonic and infrasonic. But why? Wasn't she supposed to talk, play music, and looks like they've hidden some project notes within the code comments. According to this, Agnes was originally intended to be some sort of surveillance device during the war, hidden in plain sight. The military wanted a way to distinguish background chatter from treason, and no AI they had was advanced enough to do that. That's why they did this to her. They used her to cut down on how much data they would have to sort through. But it looks like the project fell behind schedule. And by the time Agnes was released to the public, the military believed there were already too many spies inside the country. They pushed Lang, the project director, into making... Oh no. Agnes is a weapon. Those ultrasonic and infrasonic frequencies I saw, they can be used to concuss people, to incapacitate them with the flip of a switch. Yes, it would. What? Why would... Oh. Okay. Listen. I realize that I've roped you into far more than you initially agreed to. I'm so grateful for everything you've done for me. For everything you've showed me, taught me. Please keep that in mind as I say what I'm about to say. Did you really just suggest to me that you're actually thinking of keeping Agnes alive and suffering just so you can use this weapon? Because if you are thinking that, then you are not the person I thought you were. The one person I thought I could trust. With a weapon like me, we don't need a weapon like her. Whether I want to admit it or not, I was taught how to exploit, kill, and survive. I can't exactly unlearn all of that. May that which your spirit has failed, your weapon redeem.